Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Bruce Wayne Show. This is Bruce Wayne, and we're back. This is the fall show of Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice. This is the Bruce Wayne. This is your Grandma Radio Show. We're back. Central Florida, we are back. We've had a heck of a time this year and this last couple months. We had to go through several hurricanes. We had to go through Irma being chased by Jose and Lee. And then Maria wanted to get on the action and finish up with a body slam for Puerto Rico. And we got to recognize Puerto Rico and realize Puerto Rico is part of the United States, regardless of their independence, and regardless of the fact that they're deep in debt. They are still American citizens there. Welcome to your cousin. Wake up, Toby. Didn't you know you had a cousin from Puerto Rico? He's coming to move in. Scoot over. Okay. Put out a folding couch. Open the bed up and let's welcome in Jose Williams. Toby, I told you had a cousin and he's American. And he's from Puerto Rico. His island has been devastated, so let's open our doors up to him. This is Bruce Wayne, and this is the Grandma Radio Show. We just moved back and we bring you up on what's going on with the fire and disaster in California. We're realizing that things are going to have to change. We're talking about rebuilding in Texas, right where the floods is at. On these places that's being devastated, we need to come up with a creative thinking, a different perspective on this situation here in the United States. See, we're realizing that devastation is going to be on the West Coast and the East Coast finally if you listen to the last show. This is your reporter, Bruce Wayne. Okay? We're looking at how the Prince of Camelot is putting his emotions in everything and his own perspective. He doesn't want you to kneel because you could get fired. Well, that's just like any job. If you want to show up on the job and create a protest, you might get fired very quick. All depends how long you've been on the job. Look at Kaepernick. He's kind of slowly disappearing. He's a good quarterback, but he's got caught up in a political controversy. In the political world, just like the internet, you can get lost out there. It's very wide, and it's a very big universe out there. Not everybody wants to expand their mind, and everybody wants to be correct. You got to be careful how you move and what you say. You even got to be careful where you live. We've noticed how people got burnt up because they didn't have transportation. They didn't have a cell phone and nobody to call. They didn't have a relative concerned about them to get them out of the heat wave. And now are we realizing the devil winds have burnt up parts of California? And we better get ready for mudslides and don't let the rain come in. That's where the fire and ice comes in. Because we got snow coming. We're in the fall schedule. And things are not looking good. New York is skated by. They're skated by one because controversy and weather happenings have not come since Sandy Hook. But they're coming, New York. So get your survival tools ready. We're at war, basically. We're at war with Mother Nature. Mother Nature is reclaiming some of the land that America has took and built on. We want to grow, but we're growing pretty daggone fast. We're going to have to be Bubba Watson-like in our attitude when we're welcoming in our cousin from Puerto Rico. We got to recognize these people are Americans and they're part of our heart too. So come on in, Gonzalez. We love you. Whoever you are. Let's join together. I might have a cousin from Puerto Rico that hasn't even called me. Like some of my relatives, I'm not saying the Peterson clan and Williams clan out there. Hello, and how you doing? Sierra, Serena, and Christopher Williams. And it's a shout out to Kimberly Anderson, my baby mother. You know, I'm paying my child support. Me and the bandit, we're sitting on the sidelines. We're not trying to drive no more, no license on I-4. We've done it, and we've proven that we can move the semis. We've got to move the goods. But proven that we've got to obey the law, see? So we had to stream our cowboy in this back, you know? We had to streamline our big ideas and get a little bit more creative. Department of Revenue doesn't want to give us a break if we're behind on our child support. You heard it first on the Bruce Wayne Show. So we're going to have to pay the best we can. And that's what we're trying to be. Responsible parents here. That's what we're doing. Let's switch the conversation to Las Vegas here. I used to work at a motel myself, the Ramada Plaza on I-Drive. The reason I left the job was lack of communication. You got all kinds of noise going on the walkie-talkie, but half the people are taking you serious. You know? We all know this, us I-Drive workers, and we know how you can be talking on the walkie-talkie and all of a sudden somebody's talking in Spanish. Well, not everybody on the job speaks Spanish. And most of the other people are Creole. If you know what I mean, pumpkin bean. If you know what I mean, we're looking for the great pumpkin. Did anybody see him? That's what it's like working at a motel. Come on in, Linus, because you might know what the great pumpkin is. Well, I'm trying to get this linen down the chute, and we've got to recycle the linen. I'm trying to get it down the chute, and everybody wants their towels first. First, not last. Are you understanding where I'm coming from? Yes, I'm a worker. And let's switch on to the Prince of Camelot. He wants to lead. He wants to be mean, and he just wants to put across his perspective, his own point of view. Not to worry that it's causing us. It's really causing storm across America and some more division where we're already divided as Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats have fainted, and we're trying to wake them up. Well, we hadn't even heard a Democrat really talking about much except Corker, but I don't even think he's a Democrat. Or not. Are we up on this? My grandmama has been asking me about it, and we need to find out. But if he's a Republican, he's sure not acting like it. So Democrats, where are you? This is just the first year, or you're going to wait till the second year before you start cranking up your agenda. Repeal and replace. Repeal and replace. We're talking about we got a good plan coming behind the tax plan. Well, middle class, let's wave goodbye. It's just like me putting you in a boat and pushing you out to sea and saying good luck with the Asian winds. Good luck crossing into Cuba in that little bitty canoe you got. This is going to be your new health care plan. It looks close, but you better use a drone to get over there. He might be better than that little charter boat you got trying to get to the Straits to get to Cuba. The Florida Straits. Well, let me tell you something. You're in for a whirlwind. You might get sunk. Repeal and replace. Look at Taiwan's health care. Here we have where the average citizen just pays $100 a month. If his bill is real high, that's when his insurance jumps in. But when it's real low, he pays most of the copay. His $100 a month will equal out to about $12,000 a year. With that $12,000, well, that could be a payment on him getting his leg cut off. That could be a payment on brain surgery. That could be payment on cancer treatment. And that could be a payment on healing of a broken leg. This could cover your whole family. $12,000 worth of health care. That's all we're asking for, folks, with a minimum payment. And this wouldn't be something that you're forced and put to the ground in order for you to pay. This is something real simple. Taiwan has got it. How come we can't get it? We could not get it. United States, we seem like we're going back. We're bringing back the coal industry behind the Prince of Camelot. He wants to bring all the old money back, like the old dinosaur. We're going to bring them back. We know this was a part of pollution, and we're seeing the whipped up storms behind it. What's whipping up the storms? Well, global warming and maybe overpopulation. Well, let's look at how many citizens we have now compared to 1970. Okay, let's do the math. Okay? Or we're falling out here. See, we as Americans, we can do the math. While Donald Trump's round table is fading away. The Prince of Camelot is breaking up the round table. He can't get along with Percival. He can't get along with Lancelot. And there's a lot of things going on in the round table. And are we ready to go to war again, looking for the Holy Grail? Is it in Afghanistan? With all the raw materials, they're rich in gold. They're rich in coal. They're rich in a lot of resources. Can we make them a democratic state? Afghanistan? Well, wake up, Donald Trump. It's not going to happen. While you're walking in blood, and you're trying to bring it up to the breath of a horse's bridle, let's just remember where we're at right now. We're in fire and ice, and we're in the fall, and we're trying to get through. Wake up, Central Florida and the rest of the world. This is the Bruce Wayne Show, and we're back. Michigan, when you're in Michigan, check out NPRK Pizza. NPRK Pizza, check them out when you're in Michigan. They'll get your order out to you fast. And tell them you heard about them on the Bruce Wayne Show. And go over there and check out Michael Bell. That's Michael Bell over there on Church Street. 1016. Mixed Martial Arts. You got to get your terror fitness on. You know the terrorists haven't went anywhere. But if you need to get in shape, go out there and check out Michael Bell, the Asian 10-year Kempo champion. You haven't heard of Michael Bell? Born and raised in Orlando, Florida. 10-time champion. Asian champion. This man was making moves. 10 years. That's right. Before Juan Jones, you had Michael Bell. And he's available for training, for changes, getting your mental aspect right, and training. $35 a session. And while you're there, you can walk over after your hard workout with Michael Bell at $35 a session at Mixed Martial Arts, the American Combat Club over on 1016 Central. Not Central. We had you wrong last time. It's on Church Street. Listen to me, Grandma. You want to get in shape to handle them jitterbugs? To handle them grandkids? Go over there and check out Michael Bell. He'll get you in shape, Grandma. You're never too old to get in shape. And while you're there, you can walk over to the Broken Cauldron, get you one beer, and it'll feel like you done drunk a 6-pack. This is freshly brewed beer. Not Budweiser and not Busch. This is beer that's freshly made by the Broken Cauldron. You got several different varieties. Go over there and check them out while you're at the Citrus Bowl, or you're at the Camping World Stadium, or if you're at the Orlando City Stadium, Orlando Pride. Speaking of sports, we're going to give a shout out to the Orlando Pride. They body slammed the men's team, the Orlando City, which are practically deadless. They have their last game against Columbus. Can they win? Well, Without Cocker and the bad news, somebody's got to have some fire here. We're looking for Dom Dyer to step up. Can Orlando City change and become brand new? Look, you gotta kick long range. You gotta be European, and you gotta make passes and control the ball. Let's control the ball. Let's keep it in trap. Keep it in trap. Keep it in trap. Keep it in the trap. Let's play like the winning plan. You see there, number 3. At least they made it to. Let's go to the playbook, Orlando City. Let's pay attention and wake up. And while we're talking about sports, let's move over to Dallas and Green Bay. A lot of this is 2 evenly matched teams. But the problem here is the coach falling asleep. If you notice, Green Bay's coach was steady looking at the playbook. He steady had the playbook on him. He was flipping it. He was turning it. He was flipping it. He was turning it. He was flipping it. He was turning it again. He was coming up with the plays for Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the Super Bowl. You heard it first on the Bruce Wayne show. Yes, Peterson's wake up. Okay, Williams out there, and John Donaldson, you too. That's towel tactics out there in Gainesville. Jonathan and John, they do the best towel work I've ever seen. Call them up, get them to do your towel. But as we were saying, Dak Prescott, Mr. Prescott, you can't be scared. You got to go and deliver, and the rest of the offense has got to step up their game. Mr. Ezekiel, you got to be able to hit the hole. Dak Prescott cannot beat Ezekiel at the same time. Okay? We got to separate the game so we can get up some points. And Mr. Android, you got to throw some passes to him over there. Mr. Dez Bryant, okay? Let's throw him some passes over there deep. Let's make him work for his money. He said it can't be covered. Well, you showed that in the game. So this is something like the Super Bowl. But you're not. You're leaving out the Atlanta Falcons is what you're doing. And Miami is coming on the surge. This could be Miami's year and Mr. Jameis Winston's year. We're going to look for these guys to do better than the Jaguars. But the Jaguars are taking over. Let's see, they're eating and chewing them up. Now let's go back to the Prince of Camelot. Where are we with that? I'll tell you what, before we even go into that, how about let's put in some cruise ships on station to serve the people? When we got these fire disasters, they have a place to go to. Some of these cruise ships are the size of a city. And it's just like one big city. We need one sitting outside of Florida in case there's a disaster. So the people from Miami can get out of there quick. Because they can't get out on the highway. We've learned that. And we need to build some floating cities. Some pontoon cities. We need to bring back the houseboat. Let's make the house where it can be a boat too. We've got to innovate, Texas. We've got to come up with some different ideas for Mother Nature. Because we're consumed. We're in the 2000s. Let's go back to 1980 and look at some disaster films. Are we ready? Are we in the Jungle 3? Are we paying attention? Are we being prepared? We're at war. We might as well say we're at war, Grandma. No, Grandma, this is the news. Let's say, why are we going to Afghanistan where we already now? They're rich in resources and we need them. Is the United States broke? Well, look at the Watchtower when it talks about the statue. Now we're bringing in a Jehovah's Witness here. Well, sit on back, knucklehead. Quit smoking that shit. Molly is not going to deliver you. Molly is going to get you sweating like you're on a heroin addiction. You wonder why all that sweat's rolling off your head. Well, you're smoking heroin, dummy. Wake up. We've got to use a brain now. We have got to use a brain. If we're not going to use it now, well, let's just throw it in the can. Let's wake up, people. Let's use our head. Put the heroin down. The heroin is another name for the organ killer. Mendeka, 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 Mendeka. Mendeka is not going to do nothing for you but have you on dialysis after 20 years. New York. Mendeka City. And Puerto Rico. Why are we going to Afghanistan? That's what my grandmother would like to know as we're approaching this situation. Well, rich in minerals. We're trying to bring the blood rate up. And we're just wasting time. We did good with Kim Jong-un. Muscle Flex Jam. But is the Prince of Camelot, is he looking for war? Is this what he's looking for? We're strolling across the globe looking for the biggest conflict we can get in. When we've already downsized our military. Well, we got ships wrecking here. We got helicopters going down there. Get your mind right. That's the old saying from Charlotte Burke. Get your mind right. Prince of Camelot, we've got to get our mind right. And where's General Kelly? What's our strategic situation here? I'll tell you what the strategic situation is here. We're going to be out some billions. Now let's put up some new distractions with the tax plan. The tax plan is going to cut off one of your hands. Because see, the middle class, we're going to be waving them goodbye. You're going to be lucky to be in the middle class. But the average African American only makes about 12 grand to 7 grand a year. Okay? So I think he's already done the kumbaya. He's not threatening nobody. He's out there deep in the ocean. Let's pay attention, people, and come on back. This is Fire and Ice Show. We're just bringing you up to date. This is the Bruce Wayne Show, Central Florida and the rest of the world. We hadn't left you. We're still here. We're beaming up. I'm on iHeartRadio. Check me out. Go over there and check out Michael Bell on Church Street, the Broken Cardinal, the Maze Minotaur. They'll go out there and set up a maze for you. Something like a Minotaur maze for your party. Get your party started. Get your party on. And when you're leaving the stadium or the game, go and stop by Liquor and Tobacco over there in Gore and Paramore. Liquor and Tobacco. Liquor and Tobacco, you can get your finest liquors, your blunts, and your beer. They don't have gas, but they need it. Goodbye, everybody, and welcome, and thank you for tuning in on the Bruce Wayne Show. If you'd like to make donations to the Bruce Wayne Show, here's my P.O. Box. It's 555365, Orlando, Florida, 32855. You can send me mail. You can send me some topics you want me to talk about and check me out. And give a holler to the Bruce Wayne Show. Thank you, everyone, and stay tuned.